In May 1845, HMS Erebus and HMS Terror left England. For the men on board, this was not a suicide mission. It was the opportunity of a lifetime. The expedition was better equipped than any Arctic voyage before it. The ships were strong, originally built for Antarctic service. Their hulls reinforced with iron plating. They carried steam engines, small but powerful enough to move the ships when the wind failed. On board were supplies for at least 3 years. Preserved meat, flour, alcohol, and more than 8,000 tins of food, a modern miracle of the industrial age. There were libraries, musical instruments even. The Royal Navy believed it had thought of everything. The expedition was led by Sir John Franklin. His second in command was Francis Crozier, a veteran bowler officer who had spent much of his life in ice. Commanding Erebus was James Fitzjames, young, ambitious, well-connected. Together they represented discipline, experience, and confidence. The route was clear: sail west across the Atlantic, stop in Greenland for final supplies, then enter the Canadian Arctic through Baffin Bay. From there, push south and west, linking the last unmapped sections of coastline. The ships were last seen by Europeans in July 1845 in Baffin Bay by whalers. After that, they disappeared into the Arctic. We know they spent the winter of 1845-1846 on Beechey Island. 3 men died there. They were buried carefully. Proper graves, headstones, nothing suggested disaster. In the summer of 1846, the ships sailed south again. The expectation was simple: that the ice would break, that warmer water would open a path forward. This had happened before. It was how the Arctic travel was meant to work. But the summer never came. Instead, the ice tightened. By September 1846, Erebus and Terror were trapped west of King William Island. They were close, less than a kilometer apart, locked into the same frozen field. Terror, the more heavily reinforced ship, was in slightly better condition. Erebus took more pressure from the ice. Still, there was no immediate panic. The plan allowed for wintering in the ice. The supplies were meant to last. They expected the next summer to free them. It never did. The winter of 1846 to 1847 was one of the coldest recorded in the region. The ice did not retreat. It thickened. The ships did not drift free. They settled deeper into the back. Months passed, then a year, and with it the slow erosion of the expedition. Sickness spread, bodies weakened, morale declined. On the 11th of June of 1847, Sir John Franklin died. The exact cause is still unknown. He was 61 years old. Years of Arctic exposure, illness, and the strain of command had taken their toll. Command passed to Francis Crozier, who is now responsible for a situation that was no longer under control. Another winter followed. The ice still did not release the ships. By April 1848, the decision was finally made. The ships were abandoned. 129 men, now reduced in number, prepared to walk south. The last written record we have from the expedition dates to that moment. After that, there is silence.